All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome back into the Golden Tee Lounge. I'm Kevin Lindsay, bringing you this week's Freaky Friday Daily Contest. We're going a little old school, mixing it with some new school. We're bringing the original 2005 Golden Tee Live courses, and we're mixing them up with this year's 2019 gems. So we're kicking it off here. I want to say Heather Point, beautiful par 4, drivable, easy eagle opportunity, but you also want to make sure that you avoid those nice deep bunkers. So let's just check in on everybody, grab some comments, chats, make sure everybody is involved. You don't know me, hello to you. I don't know you, so I can't address you personally, but that's okay. Let's pull up. Let's see. All right. So, Freaky Friday, $4,700 on the line. Top prize is over $400. So let's go to the Golden Tee Caddy mobile app, available on your Android and Apple devices. If you haven't done so already, I'm officially mad at you. So click on Daily Contest. $4,767 in that prize pool. So 300 spots are getting a chunk of that total prize pool. First place is $433.36, and 100 through 300 is $4.33. So paying 300 spots, just like always. Opportunity to play as many games as you want. The rest of the afternoon, it's 3 o'clock Central. You have until the clock hits 12 a.m. and Saturday rolls along. So that's what, 9 hours if I could do math. Not my strong suit. That's why I'm a marketing guy. So kick it off. 2005's Heather Point. A new addition that I've added. It's been a long time coming. On the bottom right hand side of the screen, you can see not only the club set that I'm using for this course, which let's just double check, that's the set, but also the golf balls I'm using. I know that question comes up a lot. So grab our golf balls. You can see the attributes there as well. And let's get things rolling. Facebook, we are live. YouTube, we are live. And Twitch, we are live somewhere as well. So perfect. Ready to go. First hole, pretty simple. 3-wood to kick it off. All you want to do is get on the green. Or hit a hole-in-one to kick off the live stream and just leave. Beautiful. Look at that. You can't see too much of it, but those beautiful houses in the background watching me put in for eagle on hole 1. So, again, play as many times as you want in any daily contest each day, specifically today's Freaky Friday contest with an almost $5,000 prize pool. Flipping over to the new side, 2019's Catadreas Beach. Tough par 5. But thankfully, the Golden Tee gods have given us a pretty good look at it. You might look at this and say, I don't know if I can get to the green in 2 by shooting over here or even hitting a strong A1 and getting it out as far as you can. That's why I'm going to drop some knowledge on you right here. If you have a 10.5 degree driver or the 3-wood, I'm going to use a 10.5 degree driver. Just high tee it, punch it up on top of this rock, and ta-da, you are golden. Now, be careful. This little guy right here doesn't look like he's sticking up too much, but if you happen to have a 0 bird in your bag for some reason and the game automatically sets you up there, just be careful. I'm going to use that 10.5 degree driver. It's not going to go as far as the typical driver, but it's going to give me some extra height. Look at that. On the green, putting for eagle. So, Jessica, you have to go to any Golden Tee that's online 2019 at a commercial establishment. So you can go to goldentee.com, click on the Find a Game link or the Golden Tee Caddy app to find a game near you. Use the GPS if you want in your phone or iPad. It'll show you the list of locations near you. Find one that has 2019. Almost all of them should at this point. If not, shame on them, and I want to fight them. But all kidding aside, go out there if you are in a prize play state. So a few states don't qualify. I think it's North Dakota, Arizona, a few others, Louisiana. Unfortunately, you're not going to see the option for daily contest. But for the rest of the states, you're going to go select the number of golfers. You're going to go online, and then online prizes and daily contest. And then as soon as you swipe in with your player card or use your 10-digit cardless ID, the Freaky Friday logo splash on the screen. Our boy Jim Nats will welcome you to the golf course, and then you'll be playing the same exact setup that you're watching me play now. hopefully over the next couple of games that we'll probably play over the next hour or so, hopefully, and that's a big hopefully, I can show you the good shots to hit and hopefully get you a really good score. Oh, come on. It's been like 4 or 5 live streams since I've actually gotten a hole-in-one. So I'm really hoping that today on Friday we can get that. Jack, thank you, my friend. Good friend of mine from college. Dave Sandmeyer, Golden Tee buddy of mine. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Let's see, before I forget, Dennis. So go to your Caddy app. If you didn't catch it before, go to your Caddy app, find a Golden Tee commercial unit near you. Unfortunately, homeowners, you can't play in this contest, but send me your hate mail anyways, as you most of the time do. And wow, we're only on hole 4. So, Agave Ranch, not the easiest look here for this drivable par 4 from 2019, but I'm going to hit a high 5-wood. Watch out for those rocks. Pull it out to the A, and then I'm going to hit it a little bit left of the 2. And that convenient shot meter on the bottom right-hand screen can show you how I hit that ball. So, the nice thing about these live streams too is the videos, as soon as we are done streaming, will go up on Facebook and YouTube, so you can look at the archive when you get out and have a few drinks with your husband, wife, your buddies, whoever, even your dog. Shout out to the bars that let you bring dogs in. But go out there, watch this video, see the shots that I'm hitting, the ones that actually are good and work, and I score well on, and just try to do what I'm do, and put your own flair on some of your shots, and you never know, you might actually get in one of those top 300 spots and get some money out of today's contest. Okay, I can breathe again. So, 10.5 degree driver, I will always stress that you have 2 drivers, the typical 9.5 degree driver and then a 10.5 degree driver. Why? This hole's a perfect example. High tee, just do a nice A1, you're gonna hit it out. Don't worry about hitting the trees. You're going to go right on through them. Boom. Perfect shot right towards the hole. I'm a big fan of the 5 hybrid and the 3 hybrid. So I'm just going to punch it out there. Actually looks pretty damn good. I'm going to punch it out there. Of course, not go into the hole because that's my life. Put it in for eagle, take some great shot points, and go on. Lodell, good to see you, my friend. Rob Myers, thanks for joining in. Kyle, Texas, big Golden Tee state. If you are not at the bar playing Golden Tee and watching this live stream, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Beals Creek. Beals Creek, if you have not played it, one of our really beautiful looking courses that may seem simple on the outside, but when you actually play a lot of it, it's a little bit tougher than that. This is a perfect example of one of these holes. It's today's Freaky Friday hole 6. I want to say this is typically hole 9 in Beals Creek. I can tell you right now, don't hit the 10.5 degree driver. Even with a high tee, you're going to hit some trees. I did that in the one game I played before I live stream. Try to minimize the embarrassment. I'm going to pull it out a little bit to the right of the A, and then hit it out a little bit left of the 2. I might have hit it a little too short. Nope, actually, yep, a little too short. So you see the trackball meter on the bottom. I only hit it 130 miles an hour. I didn't hit it hard enough. I should, when you're out there playing, make sure that you get some strength in that ball. It's okay though. Yep, Dennis, you're absolutely welcome. Homeowners, we got a lot of good fun stuff coming for you. With the daily contest, it gets a little bit harder because it has a prize play mode. So don't worry, we promise we still love you. We're working on a lot of fun and exciting stuff in the back here to bring some of these fun modes to you guys soon. So thank you for tuning in, watching, and joining us. Anyways, appreciate you. Let's see. Somebody said B-Man, but I don't see him. But Bobby, nice to see you. Michael Metcalf, appreciate that. Kevin Corey, all guys, a lot of these guys I've met through the Golden Tee tournaments. Speaking of which, in 2 weeks, we'll be in sunny Orlando, Florida, or I specifically will be there by myself, riding solo to the first national tournament of the year, Power Events Orlando Open. If you haven't done so yet, go to their Facebook page for the event, or check out our Golden Tee website or Facebook page for the event listing. Get signed up, get a cool custom Golden Tee player card. I know Richard King and Golden Tee TV are in Texas right now getting ready for stats. The Texas tournament down there. Next week, we will be in Indiana for the Mid-American Championship brought to you by BJ Novelty and Game Time Amusements. Lots of stuff going on here, a lot of stuff to cover, but we are going to do our best to be at all those events, enjoying the action and sharing some of those great games with you. Now, if you've played 2019, you know this is an awful look to be trying to drive in one, but we're live streaming. I already embarrassed myself enough. We are just going to whack it out there, see what happens. Oh, look at that. Didn't get that the first time, so I'm actually surprised that I was able to muscle my way down there. So, when in doubt, just crank it out, hope for the best, take that eagle, and walk away. Let's see. All right. Another classic from 2005, the original live. And all these courses that you're seeing, every time you putt in for eagle or hole out for a hole in one, whatever you do, when you move on to the next hole, check out that course logo in the top left. I'll point it out again. I'll point it out again when I get to the leaderboard, just so if you like some of these designs or how they look, whether you have a home edition or you go out to the bar and play with your buddies, you can use the Golden Tee Caddy app to create an invitational contest. Say, hey, this course looks challenging. The golf course at Cumberland. Pull up that Caddy app, and boom, you can play some of these courses individually with yourself or with some of your buddies and enjoy some of that old school flavor of Golden Tee. Really quickly, though. Freaky Friday, we always try to give you some of the best scoreable options. I messed up on one par 4. I took one par, but look at that. All eagles across the board otherwise. So 8 eagles, 1 par, and I'm 16 under after 9. So just think about that right now. If you follow some of these shots, ignore the one that I hit on 6 where I went in the water. Obviously, as a teacher, I'm awful, and I know it's a lot harder to watch what somebody does and mimic it. But just by hitting pars, eagles, and birdies on some of these holes, you've got a good chance at a chunk of that $4,700 prize pool that's out there for today's Freaky Friday. So even if you're a new player, go out there, play a few games. The nice thing is all the setups are always going to be the same each day. So every time you play hole 10, you're going to see the same exact wind, tee box, and pin positions. So it's a good, you're not going to always win money, but you got to look at it as a fun teaching tool if you're trying to learn and get better. I feel like I had something else to say there, but my mind's all over the place this week. Kevin Corey, break the wrist, walk away. Yep. All right. Michael, can we create plus spins for woods at some point? It would definitely make things interesting. Now I'll tell you, actually, the woods is an interesting option. I know that myself and Adam Kramer have personally reached out to Jim Zielinski. We have a good relationship with him. We've brought up the idea of making plus and super spin hybrids. He's a little leery on it. I understand why. Jim does a lot of work on the back end that you guys don't see to tweak these clubs and the equipment and, the way he designed some of these courses. So I can't say for sure that we might see a hybrid or wood with some extra spin to it, but this is Golden Tee Golf. We've been doing this for 30 years and always get creative. So I know, Jim Z always finds a way to bring some fun and creative stuff that you never thought he'd do. Oh, is this going in? Oh. But, so I got nothing on new customizable clubs for 2020, but again, you never know. Anything's possible when it comes to Golden Tee. John Remmel, shout out to you, my friend. I don't know who you are giving advice to, but I appreciate you anyways. I don't know. Adam Kramer must be on like a Catadreus Beach kick because he's picking all the hardest holes when he set these up. All right, so you might see this. This is hole 9, I want to say, Catadreus Beach, the drivable par 5. You might be thinking, Kevin, why are you so crazy? A 6 wood would never get there even with that wind. Are you even going to get over these rock walls? I did it once. Hopefully, now that I'm live streaming, I could do it again. You got to put some muscle into it, but the 6 wood with that 11-mile-an-hour wind, I'm going to pull it back in between the BC on the control panel and hit it out to the left of the 2 and just crush it. It gets over there. It's not the best looking shot. You got to be careful because if you hit it too short, it'll clip the rough before the fringe and fall back in the water. But I would honestly much rather have a long putt for double eagle than no chance for double eagle at all. Logan Bowman. Shout out to all my friends from college who like to enjoy their Fridays at work watching a friend play Golden Tee. Actually, shout out to all of you that are watching right now that are jumping up in the numbers every second. Another Golden Tee classic from 2005, Jim Zielinski. Let's just take this in. You know, this is from 2005, and the level of detail still looks great to this day. So shout out to Jim and the entire team for all the great work everybody's done over the last 30 years at Golden Tee in creating some of these crazy courses that that each of us play every day, every week, all the time. See, Rob, I thought, you know, I used to always do the 5 wood as well, but I was a few times I've clipped it. So I especially with a wind like that, I figure 6 wood just to be safe. It worked out, at least for this instance. But yeah, that's the thing too, is, you know, obviously everybody has their own club sets they use, their own style of golf balls and everything. So not everything I do is something that you're going to be able to mimic, but you guys get the idea. You can see some of the shots, how far I'm pulling it out to the C or the A, how hard I'm hitting it, how much of an idiot I look like doing so, you know, the usual. Beals Creek, hole 17. Interesting pin setup and tee box setup. Normally don't see an angle like this too much, but we're gonna wing it. Hopefully I do better than the first time I played it and I went in the water. What trees? Don't know what you're talking about. We're putting in for eagle. So anytime you have a down 6 or farther slope and you're a pretty good amount of distance away from the hole, spin that trackball back to the C. It helps the roller slow down a little bit. Not a guarantee that you won't still roll over the cup, but it doesn't hurt to try and be safe. Kangaroo Trail, the worst hole I've ever played in Golden Tee history. The elevation change, the wind change always kills me, so I'm calling it right now. Most likely go in the water here. If not, I will be proud of myself. Now, I did go in the water really badly the first time I played this, so I hit it a lot softer this time. And that's the nice thing about being able to play the daily contest as many times as you want. You hit a shot too hard, it goes in the water. You hit it too soft, it goes in the water, in the sand, whatever the case is. Go out there, play again. Remember what you did. Remember the mistakes you made. Fix them, and boom, you're good. You're golden. You're golden. I mean, it's in our name. Come on. Cave Ranch, hole 17, taking spot number 16 in this week's daily contest, Freaky Friday. Beautiful, beautiful water and scenery here, done by one of our artists, Keith. The waterfalls look amazing, especially when your ball drops in it and then you swear everybody off. Easy look here, but I like to be crazy. I'm going to go 3 wood right at this. I'm going to put backspin on it. I'm using grabbers, so I'm going to get a little bit of spin, but we're just going for it. It's hole 16. We're 29 after 16. We're going for that 30 under or better. We're winging it here. Now, the key is you want to hit it hard enough that it gets over those rocks, because the first time I played that that rock right there that you see me rolling near, I hit right over there, and thankfully I didn't get wet, but I hit it a little bit harder that time, got over it, and look at this, we're putting in for birdie. Dennis, your question about the home edition, I would check the trackball. Sometimes there, you know, is some excessive copper tape. YouTube it with Golden Tee TV. There's a nice video on how to trim that. John Remmel is just being funny when he says steroids or a belt sander. Shout out to those guys from the Golden T4 era who used to do that. Anyways, 17, par 4. This is Cumberland, I want to say. It's been so long. I put this in the water before. I didn't put it in the water yet, but I hit a tree. That's okay. Nice thing is, guess what? Didn't get wet. We're still shooting. We're chipping for eagle. Most likely not going to happen because I played it very safe with the water behind the hole. I will absolutely take a birdie to go to 31 after 17. Jason, I actually grew up playing the original Golden Tee 3D Golf, and I never used to pull back the trackball. I used to always just push it forward. I do a lot better of a job now mixing the two. I try to pull back a lot more than I used to, but there are times where I still push it forward, especially if I'm trying to get a straight shot. If it's like close to the pin or a simple par 3, I just push it forward, because when I pull back is when I personally, I know that the likelihood of me hitting the shot straight is not going to happen, because there's just something about pushing the trackball forward, having no backswing involved at all, that mentally and physically, the way I hit the trackball, it just helps me push it straight. Mark, what's up? Just playing some Golden Tee, my friend. What are you up to? All right, Pembroke 18, hole 18 of our Freaky Friday. Interesting pin position, dead center of the green. A lot of chances to water or get it wet or get in the sand. 16-mile-an-hour wind. But hey, we're live. We're just going to roll with the punches here. I'm just going to try to smooth in my 3-wood with bite. I'm probably going to fail miserably or get, yep, failed miserably. It's good, right in the water. I skipped right over any chance I had of hitting the rough and getting a lucky bounce. But that's okay. Now, see, now is the time to just quit and pretend like this never happened. But that's the nice thing is that daily contest, guess what? We're going to start another one. I took a bogey on this hole. Oh no, 1 bogey and still 30 under after 18 holes. So look at this. 1 par, 2 birdies, and a bogey, and I still shot 30 under in the daily contest. So we'll have to wait a few minutes to see if that gives me any opportunity to win some money here tonight. But that's what you got to think about when playing these daily contests. You know, these Freaky Friday prize pools are so large. Go out there, spend $5 or $10, $15, $20, whatever. Have a few drinks, have a few wings. Don't touch the trackball or the wings with your dominant hand. If you're playing trackball, if you're playing Golden Tee with the right hand, absolutely do not eat some wings with that hand. But the point is, go out there, play a few games, because you're going to learn better shots in the process. Just like I shot a 30 now, we'll play another game. You're going to see me make the same good shots, hopefully less mistakes. Shout out to hole 16, that's a par 3. I don't know if we did that on purpose. Maybe I did that on accident, but it's a nice change of pace. So, I am going to start another game. I'm going to step out for 1 second because it's really hot in this Golden Tee Lounge. We are going to get set up here. Shout out to the Golden Tee 3D Golf music that's playing right now. Brings me back to my childhood. Freaky Friday. Things are about to get freaky. We'll be back in 2 seconds. All right. Woo, that felt good. Welcome back. Hopefully you're still watching. If not, I will fight you. All right, let's check this out. So, Freaky Friday, if you're just joining us, welcome back in the Golden Tea Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. Adam Kramer is recovering from a tough week at the PGA Merchandise Show in Florida. I feel so bad for him, but I was happy to jump in here and take over the streaming, recording Freaky Friday stuff for him today. So, if you're just tuning in, Freaky Friday Daily Contest, over $4,700, over $400 top prize. We pay 300 spots deep. Get out there, play a few games with your buddies. Watch the shots I hit, the good and the bad and the ugly. And when I hit good shots, mimic me. When I hit terrible shots, pretend you didn't know who I was. The 05-19 mixer. Ooh, excuse me. The best of Golden Tee Live 2005 and Golden Tee 2019. So we kicked it off with Heather Point. Nice, simple, but rewarding par 4. Rob Myers, I hope you're still here. Appreciate you watching. Good luck out there today. Cadres Beach, Golden Tee 2019. Wonderful course if you like a lot of rock and a lot of water. But you might be saying to yourself, how do I approach this par 5 because I'm not used to this tee box? If I go out here to the left, I'm cutting my ball around the rock, might not stick the green. Can I even get to a safe distance over here to have a good shot for eagle? I'm going to show you a trick. We're going to use the 3-wood or the 10.5 degree driver. It's whatever you're more comfortable with. I personally use the 10.5. We're just going to crush it right on top of this rock. And then we are good to go. So, I said this before, I'll say it again. Please be careful, depending on how far you get ahead to this rock. Just be careful you don't clip it while trying to get down there for eagle. Philip, I'm not sure. I feel like there's a joke in there, but I'm not exactly sure what the joke is, so my apologies. People are starting -3 because they're holing out. They're getting a hole-in-one on a drivable par 4. So anytime you see a -3 and some great shot points, somebody is hitting a hole-in-one on a par 4, or they're hitting a double eagle on a drivable par 5. Back to the classic side of 2005. Oh, that's an awful shot. Awful shot. Do I want to chip it? Not yet. I don't feel comfortable enough. That's okay. We missed the putt. Coral Vista, beautiful course, but when you mess up, it definitely takes a toll on you. So, Agave Ranch, drivable par 5. Obviously, you see this big rock in front of you, this big cliff. You want to avoid that. Also, shout out to that beautiful sky, the dusk sky, whatever you want to call that, all those lights. This is a beautiful golf course. Shout out to our team. So, high tee, 5-wood. I'm going to pull it back in between the AB, and then I'm going to hit it out to the left of the 2. I did not hit that as far or as hard as I wanted to, so that's not going to end up too well. But the nice thing is we are just going to push it gently, and that didn't help either. Taking a birdie this round, that's okay. This is the problem with live streaming, is that you play so well the first game, and then after that you just play horribly. 10.5 degree driver, pull it out to the A, crush it to the 1. I did not get it out as far as the 1 as I wanted to. That's okay though. Should be still good to go here with our rusty trusty 8-wood. Oh, I will take that, especially for being in the rough. I'm absolutely okay with pulling out the stop for an eagle. Back on the 2019 side, Beals Creek. Again, if you are just tuning in, do not use the 10.5 degree driver. Does not get there. Also, when you're hitting a 3-wood, hit it out to the A, and then hit it out a little after the 2, but make sure that you hit it and get it on the green. That was where I failed earlier in my first round, was I did not hit the ball hard enough. But all is good now because we made it on the green for eagle. We're just going to pretend like we didn't screw up some of those other shots, though. Kangaroo Trail. Beautiful par 5 from this course. Oh, that's not going well. No, that's not good. All right, well, here's what we're going to do because let's see. All right, we're going to do something I don't normally do, but we're going to quit out, start again, because we're not doing too well there. So this is actually something that a lot of those guys you see on the top of the leaderboards do. They hit one bad shot and they start over. But for the sanctity of the stream and it actually being good, we are going to do the same thing. So start over, Freaky Friday, mixing 2005 and 2019, kicking off with 2005, Heather Point, nice, I would say nice looking par 4. You got to be careful with the way you approach this. So you can see there's a lot of sand that you can easily fall in. We're just going to take a 5-wood, play it a little safer this time, crush the 5-wood, hopefully play into that wind, pop it in the hole. That'd be amazing. Oh my gosh. Horrible. If you've watched a couple of my streams before, the balls just don't want to fall in the cup. I don't know what it is. But that's okay. We're starting off hole 1. Great shot points, a 4-foot putt for eagle, and that's a nice way to kick off a Freaky Friday, especially when there's $4,700 on the line. Max Capital, what do you do to clean and maintain a trackball? So this is something that we struggle with, in making sure players, don't use. There's a thread out there that somebody says use WD-40. Please do not do that because it will it'll mess with the bearings inside the trackball. Honestly, as long as you're using a towel, or we like to pull out the golf towel. Shout out to our 2017 World's towel. Honestly, anytime I play, I'll wipe the trackball down with a microfiber type cloth, especially because my hands get clammy at times. Oddly enough, they're not yet, but water, a little bit of glass cleaner, and just like a microfiber towel is honestly your best bet. Hopefully, your trackball is not getting dirty enough to begin with to really need like a complete wipe down. But honestly, a towel, wiping the trackball off with a towel every time you play, or if your hands get greasy or sweaty or whatever, will honestly make your trackball last a long time down the way. I mean, there's players that have home editions and home edition owners that have played thousands of games on the same trackball, but because they're maintaining and cleaning it, it helps extend that life. Obviously in the commercial establishments, making sure that the bar wipes down the trackball when they're cleaning up at night always helps, especially if you're at a bar or restaurant, serves a lot of greasy food, just makes trackball's life easier. Max, I'd have to check. It's been so long since I've actually had to clean one that I've cleaned one with like a solution other than just wiping it down in general. As long as you're not using like like you said, a harsh solvent, you should be good to go. Agave Ranch, we're going to make sure we hit the trackball harder this time. So you can see with that shot feedback meter, 138. So I pulled it a little bit. I didn't go full A because I was worried about going too far to the right of the green, potentially hitting that rock, dirt wall, and getting it stuck in the mud. But that's the nice thing about these live streams is that you can go through, see what we're doing, watch the shots that I make that you think, wow, why is he doing this? Believe me, I say it enough as it is when I'm playing. But the shots where I actually pull things off and hit good shots, use that to your advantage. Pull up Golden Tee's Facebook or YouTube or Twitch on your smartphone when you're hanging out with your buddies and you guys are, out there BSing and, playing a couple games of Golden Tee, and just, try the daily contest. You can play as many times as you want. Until the clock strikes 12 and we get into Saturday's daily contest. So a lot of opportunity there to play the same contests, the same setups all day. It's a really good teaching tool. Definitely frustrating at times, I will not lie. I've, you know, been there, done that way too many times. But if you use it as a teaching tool and say, hey, why did I hit this shot? So this one, I pulled it out to the A, I hit it to the left of the 2, but I made sure that I hit the ball hard enough. First live stream, if you guys were watching earlier, I think it was 130. Didn't hit it as hard as I wanted to because I was explaining the direction I hit the trackball. It got wet because I went too soft. Hit the ball too soft. And that's where there's so much finessing. And, you know, everyone talks about these guys that are shooting amazing scores on the Freaky Friday contest, the daily contest. They're not playing 5 or 10 games. These guys, they're going to hate me for saying this, but, you know, they're playing 30, 40, 50, even more games on that day's contest to really get a feel for the conditions, the type of shots they're hitting, and all that. So whether you're a novice or somebody who plays, you know, 5, 10, 20 times a week, play a few games each daily contest because that's going to be your best teaching tool. My friend Dylan, nice to see you. Jason Thomason, Paul Same, John Day, Eddie Godfrey, Max Capital just saw now. Absolutely welcome for the info. Hopefully you can get that trackball cleaned up and ready to go. Pembroke Links. This is a fun hole. I got lucky. My first game. We're going to try this again. I'm going to pull it back to the A and hit it out to the 1 as hard as possible while the trackball is still spinning. A lot of the guys will call it the spinny A1. Just going to hit it as hard as I can and hope for the best. Whoop. That threw me off. I mean, like, I'm hitting it so hard my sleeves are unrolling. Like, that's how crazy it is. Now, that time I did not get as lucky, but that's okay. Now, be careful here because if you do not get it on the green here, you're going backwards into the water, which is not what you want to do. So, I am being the better man. I am playing it safe. I took my birdie instead of trying to go up to the green and chip in for eagle, knowing that I had a 10% chance of making it. Just being careful. Max, glad to hear that you got a new game. Shout out to all of our home edition owners. If you guys, you know, your wife's getting mad at you, you've got kids, you don't play as much Golden Tee, easy solution. Just go to home.goldentee.com, buy yourself a Golden Tee Home Edition. You get everything you see in the bar without the bill acceptor, coin vault. Unfortunately, depending on what type of contest you play, like for example, you can't see the daily contest in that, but you can play in invitationals for money with your friends. You can play online stats play. You can track your stats. You can show your buddy that you are so much better than him. Take a few dollars off of him. Call it a day. Make the wife happy. Make yourself happy. Talk while you play Golden Tee and put shots in the sand. It's okay. Nice thing is, going into hole 10, I'm 17 after 9. Okay, so as much as I hate the fact that I'm hitting a shot for potentially birdie unless I make this. Oh, that was a heck of a shot. Didn't go in, but birdies are okay. You're not going to, you know, shoot those 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 unders with birdies. I mean, we're not going to lie to you here. But always, whether you have a good round or a bad round, play safe golf. Because you never know when down the line you might hit a hole-in-one. And you said, oh, if I would have just taken that birdie instead of trying to chip in for, you know, for eagle or something like that and, you know, getting wet or whatever, those strokes add up down the line. Yeah, the home edition, the nice thing, like Max, if you guys are on YouTube, just said, you save a lot of money because, I mean, hey, go out to the bar, you have a few drinks, you get some food. If you're out with a few buddies, you know, it adds up over time. So you look at what you're spending a month on Golden Tee, food, drinks, the whole 9 yards. Boom, there's a Golden Tee Home Edition right there. So you can reach out to our friends Josh and Kelsey on the home edition sales side. They'll hook you up with a good deal on a game. And, you know, we always, every once in a while, do specific home-only contests. Same thing with home edition owners get 5 qualifying spots for the Golden Tee World Championship this year. A lot of fun stuff going on there. Max, yeah, like Max just said, $60 every time he goes out with his family and they all play Golden Tee. So, boom. You add that up over the course of the month, and right there you're already saving some good money. And you're not even having to shop at Menards. Come on. Hopefully somebody laughed at that joke. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out on the Twitch side of things. All right, Beals Creek, hole 17. We are going to try to get this one closer than 4. There we go. That's what I wanted. Look at that. Now it's a down 7 slope, so you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful when putting on those downhill putts. But sweet. All right, but look at that. 26 after 14. We're rolling along here. Every shot counts when you're playing in the daily contest. I said this before. This is like one of the hardest holes from the original live courses to me. Just between the elevation change, the wind in your face. Excuse me. So, hopefully, after getting wet the first time, playing it safe the second, we can do the same the third. That's beautiful. Perfect. Now see 102. The miles per hour on the shot feedback meter is going to be very important, especially if you're trying to get into the daily contest and playing more and more and more. All right, Gave Ranch, hole 16, par 3. Actually, really nice look at it. I'm going to get crazy. I'm not going to pull back. I'm just pushing my 3-wood out to the right. Hopefully, oh, that was awful. But I caught the rock. That was the problem. First time I didn't catch it. Second time, it was a charm, not the third, though. That's okay, because we are going to forgive, forget, and move on. We got to be careful with some of these holes that are surrounded by water, just because, you know, I just bogeyed that hole, and now I'm 27 after 16. But learn from those mistakes, and everything will be good. This is the one hole I've struggled to hit just because of the trees out there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to high tee a 3-wood with backspin, pull it out to the left of the B. I'm going to hit it out a little bit farther than normal, and it might sound crazy, but I hit the water. Or excuse me, I hit the water. I avoided the water. And like just like that, we forget hole 16. There's a bad hole, and boom, we're right back on to moving on to potentially holing out hole 18 here and walking away with an ace. 16-mile-an-hour wind's dangerous. I did the same exact thing I did the first time, except I hit a few walls and then got wet. So I say we'll do one more stop. We'll get one more game in, and then I want you all to stop watching us on your phone. Get out there and play 1, 2, 10, however many times you want to play the daily contest. But hopefully, you know, these 3 different looks at the daily contest I've given you, or will give you, will help you here. All right, let's refresh the comments here. Facebook. And actually, since I've got it up right here, for those of you didn't catch it when we started the stream, let's see. I'm going to go to my Golden Tea Caddy mobile app, which is available on your Android or Apple device. $4,767 in the prize pool today. 8 hours left to go, and a few minutes after that, before the contest closes and we move on to Saturday's contest. Now, we're paying 300 spots. Top prize is $433.36. You go down, 6th through 10th place is almost $87. You go from 50 to 75th, $17, and then 100 through 300 are still getting almost $5 back. So even if you play 2 games and you only take 70 or 80th place or 100th place, you're still getting some dollars back. But you're also able to say, hey, I used the daily contest as a learning tool, and I taught myself some new shots. Shout out to I was not thinking this was getting close to the hole. Didn't get as close as last game, but I appreciate the downslope for giving me some shot points to start off the game. Why are you not? Alright, just want to make sure we are good on Facebook. Facebook is pulling up some weird oddities here. Ah, perfect. Alright, there we go. We are good on all channels. So, you look at this hole on Catadre's Beach, you say, how in the world am I going to get there in 2? If you go out here, you're potentially going to hit it out of the fairway through a little gap. If you go out this way, we're way too far back from behind. So, 10.5 degree driver, high tee. We're just going to whack away, get it on top of the rocks here, and take a nice 3-wood, smooth it. Now notice how I only hit that 94 miles an hour and it's still flying a little bit farther than I'd like. Ugh, not a fan of that. And I already missed a chip, so perfect. I clearly hit it a lot harder this time than before. Robbie, yes, I saw that. We're actually working on some fun things for the 10-year challenge for Golden Tee social media, so be on the lookout for that next week. Alright, this is a little aggressive, but I want those shot points. Yes, perfect. And that's the nice thing about, even if you're not hitting amazingly low scores playing the daily contest, getting shot points, every time you play this hole, I've gotten closer and closer. And you just got to look at it as, hey, this shot points is a tiebreaker. You are potentially going to, get a couple extra dollars more because you got a lot more shot points than somebody else might have. So that's another thing to think about too when you play a lot of these daily contests is how can I get my shot closer? Obviously, you would love to hole out or hit a home run on every shot. Not always going to happen, but damn it, I pushed that out to the right. But every time you play the daily contest and you see that setup again, you can make adjustments, and hopefully it's for the best. Boom, right through those trees. Messed up a few shots already before hole 5, so we've got some making up to do. Ugh. Golf ball does just not want to fall in the cup. So then next week, with our Freaky Friday contest, keeping up with the theme, we're doing the Golden Tee 2007 courses mixed with last year's Golden Tee 2018 courses. So hopefully you guys have fun, whether you play the contest or you're watching me play it or anything like that. Hopefully you get out there and play. Let us know how you feel about the contest. If you enjoy like the old school, new school mix, because we got a couple weeks of that planned for you. As we like to try to change things up a little bit when it comes to the Freaky Friday contest. I know that's actually a lie. Peter Jacobson, you do go that far on vacation, but we still love you anyways. Get in the hole. I just can't do it. Just not my week. It's just not my week. I'm going to get shot points galore, but just nothing dropping to the bottom of the cup. Let's see, I think we got one more question. Nope, we're good for right now. Alright, same thing as before. Pull out to the A, pull back to the A, hit out to the 1. Hope for the best. I hit that a little bit softer than I wanted to, but stay dry and we'll be okay. Perfect. Put a little release on there. And, oh yeah, now that I think about it, one of the things I pointed out before is with the Freaky Friday Daily Contest, you know, every time you play, once you finish a hole, it'll actually show you the original course logo on the top left. So if you see some of these older courses and you're like, what course is that? I've never played it before. Watch when I putt in here. You know, you're going to get your golden tee points, and then you see the golf course at Cumberland. So if you see some of these designs, you're like, wow, those look interesting. I've never played those before. Go, you know, to your local cabinet, you know, or the Caddy app, and play some invitationals. Search from those 2005 courses. Pull up Cumberland or any other fun Jim Z design that you like, and you know, practice. Try them out. If you go on any commercial or home unit, you can play all those courses in casual or glory or stats mode. We have classic course of the week that'll come out in the springtime that will bring back some of those fun creations and help you know, expose some of those classic golden tee courses we have to some of you that might not know about them. And that's the nice thing with like all those Throwback Thursdays and the fun stuff that we try to do on social media is, especially with our 30th anniversary, just celebrating everything that, you know, this brand has done and the cultural phenomenon that it's become over 30 years and the hard work of everybody, you know, that's ever touched a part of Golden Tee in the last 30 years. So we absolutely appreciate you being along for the ride here. I don't know what it is, but the last couple times I played this hole, I'm just getting worse and worse at it. Oh, finally, a double eagle. Oh, come on. Just getting stomped on over here by the double eagle holes. But that's okay. You're walking away with an eagle, 21 after 12. Hopefully, after watching all the mistakes I've made this game, you are shooting a lot better than that. Thankfully, there's a 16-mile-an-hour wind on this hole because otherwise this would be a tough nut to crack. But we're going to use that 16-mile-an-hour wind to our advantage. Hop it on over the rough. Putting in for eagle. Moving on. Ta-da. Heather Point again. Now moving on to Beals Creek. We're going to play this a little risky. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful and risky. Beautiful and crazy. Not enough of a downslope to get shot points, but putting in for eagle like nobody's business, and hopefully going to get a minus 30 this game. I actually really like that. Where's that win there? Boom. Now, of course, everybody hits the trackball differently. Some people thumb. Some people use more of their center palm. You know, whatever the case may be. Obviously, every shot, you know, is not going to be the same. You have to adjust for your style of play. But you can still see when you look at that shot meter, okay, I hit that 100 miles an hour in terms of what the trackball sees. Make adjustments for your game. Figure out what those are and kind of go from there. Shout out to my 5 hybrid. I haven't had to use it much in today's live stream, but If you're awful at chipping and you don't trust anything else, 5 hybrid, jam it right into the cup. Same thing as before, we're going to high tee it. Pull it a little bit to the B, hit it out. It might sound crazy, but when you get on the green and you avoid the water, you're going to appreciate it a lot more. I'm actually kicking myself for not doing that previously. I'm trying to get too cute around the trees. Look at that. Even after a few bad holes, a lot of great shot points, still 30 going into hole 18. Now, because this is the last game that we're playing, because I should probably get some real work done today. We're not going to get wet here. This shot is going close to the hole, if not in. I hit a little bit harder. I actually love that. Please, please. Oh, that would have been so amazing. I would have just left work, went home, and took a nap. After fighting this hole all day, called a hole in one, almost did it. I will happily walk away with a 32 on Pembroke Links hole 18. So, a little bit of a mixture of the leaderboard, not exactly what we wanted. Few, what is that, 4 birdies, 1 eagle that should have been a double eagle. So right there, that's, what, 6 strokes there? 5 strokes, you know, 37 right there, and that's 4 games. I played 3 on the live stream and 1 before that to not completely embarrass myself. So go out there, whether it's a regular daily contest or a Freaky Friday or a Monday mix-up, whatever the case may be, go out there, play a game, get a feel for the setup, go back, play 1, 2, however many you want to play, but see the same setups. Think about the shots you hit the first time when you got wet or wet in the sand, or how you can get better, because that between the shot feedback meter and always having the same pin placements, tee box placements, and all that in the daily contest for that day can really be a valuable teaching tool. So, that being said, happy Friday. Get out there and play. Check out my really cool stats from like 15 years of Golden Tee. Go ahead, try to add me on the Golden Tee Caddy app. I'm more than happy to play invitational contests with you. Kevin Lindsay here from the Golden Tee Lounge. Be safe, play Golden Tee, and make sure you send us our YouTube great shots when you hole out on Pembroke 18, because I couldn't do it. Guys, have a good weekend.